Hi everybody, it's Tracy from Downward Dog Rising. Tonight I'm going to give you a relaxing, mellow yin workout to end your day with and to make you feel calm, peaceful, and balanced. So we're going to start off where we sit on our mat. We're going to do Baddha Konasana, otherwise known as butterfly. And I'm going to have you start to rotate the soles of your feet upward so that you can get a deeper stretch in your hips. And it's okay if your feet don't come all the way into groin. They can be a little bit out in front of you. And then I want you to feel equal weight through each half of your pelvis. And we're going to elongate, really lengthening up through our spine. So you want to feel like you're equally balanced across pelvis, sits bones resting equally underneath you. And after you inhale to lengthen spine, you're going to slowly bring that elongation with you as you hinge forward from your hips. If you have a yoga block, you might want to grab it. If not, you can roll a blanket up, like fold it 4 times into a big square, and you can use a blanket after. If your hips feel really tight, sit on a folded blanket. We're just going to stay here and breathe. Find your edge. Go right to the wall, to your edge, and stay with it. Go inward. A sense of calm. I'm going to bring some of that receptive energy to us, going inward. Just receiving whatever our body has to tell us. We start to bypass the muscles, stretching, maybe 60 to 90 seconds into our hold. We start to go deeper to the fascia in our joints. Whatever comes up, just go with it. I'm going to take another deep inhale here. And slowly make your way up. So now I'm going to have you take knees, draw them together. Little windshield wiper, side to side. Now we're going to take one leg straight out for straddle. Then we're going to take our other leg straight out for straddle. And if you do have a block, you can have this to rest in front of you to bring the floor slightly up to you. Or you can sit uplifted on the block or on a folded blanket. It's up to you. So feel how the backs of your thighs are firmly planted into the mat. Your sits bones are firm. You're reaching through the balls of your feet, heels on ground, flex toes, knees to ceiling. Stretch straight up. So we're going to find that point where we can't go any further. We go right to that edge. We're not forcing it, but we can't go beyond. Stay right there. Keep your spine lengthening. Go a little deeper into the stretch. When you inhale, feel your spine lengthen and feel how your sits bones sink deeper into your mat under you. So we're going to be activating our parasympathetic nervous system. We're going to be reducing our stress hormones. Levels of cortisol go down in our system when we're calm and we breathe deeply. Many benefits with Yin. As the muscles give and you go deeper into your fascia, you can go further. You take your yoga block, forearms on it. You could even bring your forehead down. Keep spine reaching long. Knees to sky. Reach through the bottoms of your feet. Your legs are still being active here. Keep focusing inward. Spine reaches long. Feel how your breath deepens as the air goes deeper into the lower lobes of your lungs. And our respiration becomes more efficient and effective. It slows down as it becomes deeper. So when you actively participate in sports from doing this type of workout, the slower one where you go inward, you'll notice a little deeper focus when you're in your yang energy doing active participation. Take another deep inhale here. Slowly coming up out of our pose. From here, we're going to take one leg in, then we're going to extend it straight in front of us. And I'm just going to have you shake out both knees. And they're going to do a caterpillar. And again, if your low back feels tight or your hip flexors are tight, you can do this. You can come right up onto your yoga block or your blanket, sit on it, and it brings the floor closer to you. And then if you flex your feet, knees face directly up to the ceiling, sink your energy down into the earth underneath you in your yoga mat, lengthening all the way up through your spine, connecting both forces of energy in the spine, the two energy currents running up and down. And we're going to slowly reach out over the front of our thighs, knees to sky, hinge from hips. You can grab ankles, feet, spine is long. Hinge forward from the hips. You can flex feet for a deeper emphasis through the backs of the ankles, heels, up the legs, all the way up to the back of the upper thigh, going into the glutes. Find your edge. Acknowledge. Go deeper. Commit. Commit to yourself. Keep that length in your spine. Inhale, lengthen, spine. Exhale, go deeper. Feel the give. Ground in center. Being receptive to what your body, what information it's giving to you right now. One more deep inhale. Gently, we're going to make our way back up. All right. From here, I'm going to have you cross your ankles. Then we're going to push on through. Lift up our knees behind us and go into a downward dog. Lift the heels, lower the heels gently, keep back of neck long. Just move nice and slow, going inward. Elongate breastbone forward through arms. Elongate that tailbone away from you. Feel your spine stretch in opposition. 2 more, lift heels gently. Bring them back. Keep spine lengthening in opposition. So we're going to take our right foot, step it between the two hands. Now, start to take your right foot over to the side. We're going to do wing dragon. Gently start to roll out onto the lateral edge, pinky toe side of your foot. Spread fingers wide apart. Hands on the inside of your foot. So your foot's here. Bring hands to the inside of your ankle. Spread fingers apart. We're just going to stay here for a moment to open up this hip. Feel like your pelvis is centered. Place your back knee on your mat. You're going to rest the top of your foot gently down on your mat. And we're going to start to wing this thigh externally open. Roll towards pinky toe side of foot. And if it's within your practice, you could start to come down to your forearms. You could take a block in front if you like. Keep your pelvis level. And gently stretch over. So you can have a block underneath you. You can come to your forearms. Get a really deep stretch through your psoas on one side, glute and piriformis on the other. And stay here. Find that edge. Listen to your body. You can stay upright. Come forward. Acknowledge what's there. I'm going to take a couple more deep inhales here. Slowly start to extend your arms. We're going to walk our front foot in between the two hands, and they're going to lift up that back knee. So we're in a low lunge for the second, and then we're going to go right back into our downward dog. Walk back, gently stretch. Upper body elongates forward from the center as legs elongate backward through the center. Take a few inhales here. Ribs out of hips. And one more time. Take a step forward with your left foot in between the two hands. So you're in a low lunge, back leg is straight. Start to walk your left foot out. And you're going to start to bring your two hands, fingers wide, to the inside of your left foot and your ankle. We're going to start to let our knee rotate out, our inner thigh rotates out. Just hold here for a moment, opening up our hips, and then we'll take it deeper. You can stay here if this feels right for you. Or you can take your back knee down to the mat, relax the top of your foot down to the mat. And wing dragon, we're just rotating laterally onto the side edge of our foot, the pinky toe side. If you want, you could take a yoga block in front of you to rest your forearms or your forehead on. You can come down to your forearms. Keep hips straight. Slowly make your way where your wall is. Go to your edge. You could always put a little cushion or blanket under your knee too. If anybody gets any pain under their knee, need a little more cushion, feel free to put more cushion for support. Just commit to yourself and go deep into the pose. Spine is long. Take a couple more deep inhales here. Slowly, I'm going to have you extend your arms, make your way up, curl back toes underneath you, lift up that back knee, walk your foot in between the two hands so you're in your lunge. And then what I want you to do here, take a step back. We're going to do downward dog again. And just slowly walk out your dog, lengthening. Think of your arm bones twisting externally, outward into the socket deeper. So those arm bones go really deep into the shoulder socket. Walk out your dog a little bit more. Now from here, gently come down to your knees. Then we're going to walk our feet forward and through. And then I want you to do half a shoelace. What I mean by that, you're going to extend the right leg against the mat, knee to sky. Take your left foot and essentially, I think I'm changing directions, leg in front, take your knee, and we're just going to bring it right on top. Modified might look like this, where you put maybe some blankets or pillows under this leg for support. You could have a rolled up towel under that knee. So this would be modified. If you want to go deeper into shoelace, this top knee is going to go right over that bottom knee. Lengthen all the way up. Really stretch your spine tall. Ground down into those sits bones. Bottom of pelvis firm into mat. Lengthen breastbone forward. Keep spine reaching long as you stretch over legs. We're going to be releasing our hips, our back. Keep spine long. You can flex ankles. When you flex your toes, your feet, what it does, it helps to keep the hips and knees protected. Really deep past the muscles into the fascia, nourishing the joints. Feel the back of those ribs inflate as the air goes deep into the lower lobes of your lungs. We want to bring that life force deep into your system for healing. Slowly and gently come up. You're going to extend that leg straight. Shake out your knees a little bit. Okay, we're going to take our opposite ankle. We're going to cross. Then you could either have it modified where it's a lot bigger angle, kind of like when you're doing a fire log. If you have the flexibility, want to go a little deeper, we'll do half shoelace. And then like half cow face. We're not going to do the arms behind us. We're going to just keep on lengthening our spine up. And then we're going to hinge, going over the leg. Flex your bottom foot, toes to sky, kneecap faces up. We're just going to stretch forward. Keep spine reaching long. Think of reaching, hinging from your hip sockets. Bring that awareness inward. If you need support, you could put something under this bottom knee. Take one more deep inhale here. And gently we're going to make our way back up. Uncross that leg. Now if you take your yoga block, I'm going to have you sit up on it or a rolled up blanket. And we're going to extend one leg out to our side for half a straddle. Then we're going to draw the sole of our foot to the inside of our groin, rising up, just giving our hips some support. Your breastbone is going to come right over the front of that thigh. Flex your feet, and we're going to stretch over that leg. So your pelvis has a little support here. Allowing your back to stretch. Forward motion isn't really recommended if you have any disc herniations, so please use caution. If you have any compression in your low back, please come back out of the stretch because we don't want to put more compression in the back. You're elongating out of your center, creating space between the ribs and the hips. So we don't want to have any pain in our low back. We always back out of pain if we find that it happens to us in our bodies. We back out of the motion that's causing it for safety. Slowly, we're going to make our way back up, lengthening. Then we're going to take this one leg in as we extend the other leg out. You're just going to bring your foot in to the other side. You might have to resituate so you're balanced on your block. We're going to rise up through our spine and gently stretch over that leg. Kneecap to side, breastbone over center of thigh. Just giving your body support where it may need it. Focusing inward, creating that length in your spine. Sink down into those sits bones, rise up through the spine. I'm going to take one more deep inhale here. And slowly you're going to make our way back up, coming down from our yoga block. And I'm just going to have you draw the knees in towards chest for a moment. Inhaling and exhaling. Knees in line with hips, cactus both arms. Gently let your knees drop to the right side. You could even rest your knees on a yoga block if you wanted a little more support. Anchor point is that left shoulder blade on the mat. Release your back. One more deep inhale here. Gently return center. Knees to chest. Then we're going to take knees in line with hips, dropping to the other side of our body, and gently just cactus your arms. Anchor point, right blade into mat. Little spinal twist.